Good evening. So let's have some real Dagdalan talks, and real talk. And this time, let's talk about, certain topics that are applicable to the current situation. So maybe, maybe some of you or many of us really have some struggles or challenges and battles that we are fighting, because life is actually a struggle in itself every day, right? So but then in this particular time of the holidays, upcoming holidays, there's a certain degree of difference in so far as handling emotions are concerned, probably because it's rainy season, pensive, the atmosphere is pensive and all that. So and there are probably because of the effect of social media, if you see some people who are happy, who have abundant life, and who are having large houses, flash cars, eating in flash restaurants and fancy restaurants, eating sumptuous food. Then in the process, maybe, just maybe, some of us felt a certain degree of envy. So I would like to discuss how to handle emotions at this point, or at this time of this period, the upcoming holiday season, and with cold season upcoming as well. So okay. So maybe just so that I could share with you, because I'm old naman, I could share with you some of the thoughts. Okay, so number one is, some of you might not have 13th month. Some of you might not have savings. Some of us actually might have not fat bank accounts. And as such, we don't have that degree of leverage and, level of, bibili rin ako niyan. Pag lumabas yung ganito, bibili rin ako niyan and all that. So, okay. So, how do we handle that? Financial constraints or financial challenges in this moment. So, maybe what I could share is, let us accept muna what we have right now. And then, in fact, the advice is, if you receive your 13th month, for that matter, you should at least save a little portion of it and not splurge, on something else. It's just that reality sets that some have actually consumed their 13th month by way of, like, for example, it is as collateral for a loan or a borrowing and all that. So in short, some people are not really happy, because even if it's 13th month release and all that, you still can appreciate the beauty of it, because you have already spent it, or it's something that that would not accrue or inure to your benefit, right? Just a moment. Sorry. So what we are saying is, maybe I suggest, number one is, never ever get envious. Huwag kang mainggit. Maya mo lang. Happiness is relative, I can remember when we were in the province, we're happy actually if we have buko salad, macaroni salad, pansit, tasty bread. We are happy, and you can make suman and all that, and you are very happy. So I think rather than compounding your problem, you just spend whatever you could, whatever you can afford at this point. Darating din ang araw, ma-afford mo rin yan. So, but by this time, dun muna tayo sa kung ano ang meron tayo. What I'm saying is, some of you have credit cards. I don't have. Baka mag-credit card ka. Utang muna ako, ganyan, and all that. Mamang problema ka sa January, sa February, diba? So, I suggest that, you control yourself insofar as spending, all that is concerned. When I can remember when we were young that we only have new clothes and Christmas. Unlike today, when you go to the mall and all that, you dial Shopee and Lazada and Shein, and you can buy, and this probably compounds our problems, because you need not spend on new clothes always anyway, right? So Yeah, number one is live within your means. Spend only what you could afford. That's number one. Never in the process get envious. That's number two. Number three is try to generate more funds or income. Maybe you'd say, ang dali namang sabihin yan, LV. No, you can actually, I think, like for example, if you want to sell your pre-love, bags, shoes, everything now can be sold, except of course for, some items that are really not to be sold as secondhand, right? So we call it pre-loved but well-loved. So you can actually sell those because your trash might be somebody else's treasure, right? So you can actually sell those. In fact, I'm planning to to sell some because it occupies also space, and also I realized that probably living simply is better. So yeah, I would do that for myself as well. And number generate income. If you're good into cooking, cooking, like for example, brownies and all that, then at least you could satisfy your passion, and in the process you also earn, right? If you're good in crocheting, and if you're good into drawing, caricatures and all that. I know some people who live abroad. Their income is from caricatures or drawings. There are many. Maybe you would be surprised that there are many actually looking for those, especially for people like me who don't have a talent. So if you're good in caricature or drawing, charcoal painting, then please contact me because I want to have some, not for myself but other pictures to be on charcoal painted, something like that. So you don't the interest right now is varied, not varied. So you might have a market for those, for your talents. In fact, I'm asking a very good painter to please paint. I want a barrio scene. I want a beach scene and all that. But it's very busy. So that, and then another is I know some people who teach English for Koreans, and all that online or just in the comfort of their homes. I know some people who are editing, and they are being paid $1, $2 and all that. So virtual yata yun. Hindi ko masyadong alam pa yung market na yan because I'm working and I'm very busy. But there is an opportunity for that. So what I'm saying is maybe you could generate more revenue, and take advantage of the situation that people want gifts, that people want, food. So you can take advantage of those, no? So those are on the financial side. On the emotional side, please don't resort to borrowings, please. Right now, kasi if you will borrow just so to satisfy your whims, that's something that is not good. But if you will borrow to, say for example, to pay a debt that has a very high interest, or to purchase a property that would appreciate much in the future, then that's a practical borrowing, no? So that's we call it in accounting trading on equity. But if not, then you should not borrow money. Okay, credit cards are good, especially for people who are, accumulating points and, having some patronage, rebates and all that. That's good, actually, if you're good in monitoring. I'm not good in it, by the way. So anyway, I'm jumping from topic. So that's the financial side. For the emotional side, right now, in this particular occasion, actually have high incidence of depression, suicide actually for some, primarily because we have so many issues in our, and probably don't know how to handle our emotions and not capitalize on the season of happiness and joy that the Lord is born, right? So I think number one is maybe you should infuse a little of religion here. Let us be joyous for the occasion, the reason for the season, that that the Lord is born for us. So in such, we should commemorate His birth and focus really on the spiritual side of things, no? So in short, there's a joy in our hearts if we realize the Lord was born for us to free us from our original sins and all that. So And then for the emotional, because some people might miss some people. Like for example, if you lose somebody in your life this year, or if you had a breakup this year, if you have shall I say, lost some people this year in terms of friendship and all that. So it's really sad. It's really, you know, when you lose someone, life wouldn't be the same. In fact, if I even said that, you know, when I lost some precious people in my life, I couldn't be more happier again. But then again, I think it's not good if you have that mindset. Rather, you take advantage, or maybe it's easier than that, said than done right now. But what I'm saying is, be you reverse. Like for example, if you lose if you have a breakup, or shall I say you lose a friend, a precious friend, because you have an altercation or an argument or a misunderstanding and all that, my suggestion always is take advantage of the opportunity to be a better of yourself. So for example, iniwang ka, o edi magpaganda ka. Magpayaman ka. I-pursue your dreams, no? Parang, in short, this is not a revenge, but parang sinasabi mo lang na I could be I could be better, you know. So I could be, you know, you uplift yourself and make yourself a better you, right? So don't sulk in one corner, and you know, because I could cover it in one topic that you know, people who go out and leave you, so especially for breakups and all that, only a few returns. So the probability of one returning to you is really very, very low. So as such, maybe you just have a mindset to continue the journey, and you know, for all you know, life is better, you know, as you go along, right? There will be many people that you would meet in the process, and life would be better as you go along. So yeah, that's on the side of breaking ups, you know, and parting ways and all that. But of course, it's a different one if you lose someone through, like for example, if someone dies. So that's a different story, really. It's really a different story. I suggest that if you know some people who lost a loved one this year, you exert more effort of comforting and, you know, trying to be visible to that person, because it's really very, very hard. It's really not easy. When I lose my father in 2013, my Christmas was not happy. Really, it's not. When I lose my brother in 2009, I think, no, Christmas was not happy, because a year before that we were very, very happy and all that. So in short, it pays to have some support from outside that would be very, very willing to help you in this time of sorrow, right? So it's actually a different one. So maybe my advice is, be strong, be comforted, always be surrounded by people who are really there for you sincerely, and pray more, because it's not easy. Really, it's not easy. Hindi ko nga alam kung anong i-advise ko sa mga ganun, kasi mahirap. Talagang mahirap. For those who are sick or having some health issues, address the issue. Don't prolong it. Huwag kayong gagaya sa akin na masakit na ang paa, hindi pa rin pinapansin. So, don't prolong it, because prolonging it will aggravate the situation. Take time to take a leave, take time to go to the doctor, seek professional help and all that. So, and if in the process you cannot attend Christmas parties because you are unable to attend by virtue of your illness, then that's okay. The people will understand. You can actually do it virtual actually right now. So, yeah, so I have tackled financial challenges and battles. I've tackled emotional problems, like when you lose someone, have separations and all that. And I have tackled also when you are unable to attend parties because of your illness, or if you have something that you feel for yourself, like, you know, unable to walk properly and all that. So yeah, I think that's enough. I think that's enough. So also this is an opportune time for us to forgive, for us to be kinder, for us to thank people, express gratitude, for us to be sorry for all the inequities we have done to people or for people who we have hurt in the process. And that's it. As well, despite all the loneliness and the challenges and the battles that we are facing, I always advise people to internalize the fact, the blessing of being alive, the blessing of us breathing, the blessing of family, the blessing of our work, the blessing of we have roofs on our heads, and the gratitude. Because when we develop that mindset, then you wouldn't your feeling would be entirely different. You know, you will always say, okay, life is still beautiful and all that, life is still good. So, and yeah, go to indulge in your passion. Like if you want to sing, if you want to travel, if you want to meet friends, then go on. You can make it. Actually, pagdating ng January, okay ka na lalo. It's just this season is really very, very different. Especially for someone like me celebrating birthday in December, and is a very emotional person or a very passionate person, a person who cares and loves so much and all that. It's not really easy, but you can make it. You can make it with prayers, with dedication, and with firm belief that life is still beautiful. It's just a journey. So God bless everyone, and yeah, you can make it. You can really make it. Life's still beautiful, friends, my friends. God bless, and you can make it. God bless everyone, and thank you for your friendship. Good evening.